loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one. No is the saddest experience you'll ever know. Yes, it's the saddest experience you'll ever know. Because one is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever know. It's just no good anymore since you went away. Now I spend my time just making rhymes of yesterday. Because one is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever know. One is the loneliest number. One is the loneliest number. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number, much, much worse than two.
Hello. Welcome to semester 2, week 2 of the matinee soundtrack.
Kendrick LaMagnolia.
Kendrick Lamagnolia. We are talking about Paul Thomas Anderson's 1999 Magnolia.
And 4 of Kendrick Lamar's albums. He's only made 6, so we're doing most of his discography. But both sides today very intrinsic to Los Angeles and I don't know, life in in Magnolia it's more the San Fernando Valley, but you see a bit of kind of the rougher side of Los Angeles with John C. Reilly's character. But yeah, why did you pick Magnolia for this week?
Well, it's one of my favorite movies. I had been in a sad mood about Philip Seymour Hoffman recently. Don't know why. Just been thinking about him a lot.
So the only way to cure that was to see him be sad in a movie.
Yes. That he's not actually in that much of.
I'd say he's in it as much as like the other people. Because there's no main characters in this movie.
Yeah, great ensemble cast.
Yes, lots of 3 kind of like 3 named people here. You got John C. Reilly, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Philip Baker Hall, technically Julie Ann Moore, but that's like Julie Ann's like it's a one name technically, but it's like 2 names. Paul Thomas Anderson, like he's got
Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Tommy Cruise and probably it's probably my second favorite Tom Cruise performance.
What's your favorite?
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I think I like this more.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, obviously it's fair. I mean, they were both Oscar nominated.
Yeah.
And yeah, he is absolutely terrific in this. I don't know how you describe these kinds of movies. It's like, Guy Ritchie does a lot of them in terms of like his earlier stuff, Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels and stuff, where you've got 5 or 6 different plots, and then they're all somehow interconnected, and then they'll mesh together at the end a bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's a lot like going on, and for me at least, like I really like this movie, but it's not an all-time favorite for me because it's pretty much impossible for these movies to be all-time favorites because I find there'll be 1 or 2 stories in here when there's like, when they're putting like an effort into actually telling 8 succinct stories. Like none of these are subplots, they're all individual plots of their own like merit. And naturally, I think it's hard to get one that's going to appeal, like all 7 plots are going to appeal to everybody. Like
That's
I've got two in here that I just don't really care about as much.
Which ones?
William H. Macy's. Oh, there's another 3 named William H. Macy. His like whole thing, like with the getting
love
braces.
him. That's
The
like
highlight of that is having Alfred Molina and his assistant guy being like, "Wait, what do you need braces for? You got perfect teeth. You got perfect teeth." like, oh yeah. But no, I'm like that kind of person. I don't think anybody would be that weird and fucked up in the head. To, at the age of like 60, go after a bartender who doesn't even know your name.
I see your
For
future.
braces. No, you see Max's future. Failed quiz kid.
Yeah, we were watching it, and he was trying to answer the quiz questions. He's like, "Oh hell no!"
No, that quiz
That's
show is the hardest
impossible.
quiz show of all time.
He was so excited that there was a quiz show. He's like, "Oh my god, this is my kind of movie!" And then it gets to the questions. He's like, "What?"
Yeah.
The
It's like
did not answer a single
what
one.
picnic item is being described by the musical notes playing, and you have to have perfect picture, know what's E, what's G, what's G, like you have to.
Yeah,
What the?
he was guessing. He was like B, like
How's that a
BEE.
Yeah, how's that a picnic item?
I don't know, just like
I
guessing
don't know.
3-letter words. Egg.
And then the other one was like the one Stanley gets at the beginning when he's not busting to go to the toilet, and it's like I'm gonna read out a line from a famous opera, repeat it back to me in the language that it's in, and then for bonus points sing it. Who would know that?
Stanley.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Mental. Though also another bit that takes me out of this movie is when they have everyone sing along.
I like it. Just give up.
Who's your MVP for this movie?
My MVP, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise?
I'm a self-proclaimed cruiserholic.
Yeah.
So of course it's gonna be Tom Cruise. And have you seen the interview where he talks about developing his character?
You mean Paul Thomas Anderson developing Tom Cruise's character?
No.
Oh,
Tom.
I've seen clip of Paul Thomas Anderson talking to Larry King about why he made Tom Cruise's character this way. But you go, what did Tom Cruise say?
PTA originally had this idea of him to be this guy that wears like khakis and he's kind of like, yeah. But Tom was like, no, I think this character needs to be like this. And he like wore like that kind of outfit, had his hair like that, set up this stage with the lights and stuff and played the song at the beginning and like delivered it that way. And it like changed PTA's life and perception of that character, I guess. Because it was meant to be like not at all like that, I guess. So Tom Cruise really made Frank T.J.
That's
Mackey
interesting.
what he is.
Yeah, the clip I've seen is Paul Thomas Anderson being asked, like, like, how did you... Because this was only his third ever movie.
Yeah.
Like, how do you reckon when, you got Tom Cruise for the part? It's just like, it's
Well,
like...
Tom approached him.
No, well, no, but but still having him in your movie.
Yeah.
And Paul Thomas Anderson's like, yeah, like, it was like a dream come true. It's like, you're getting the keys to Disneyland. It's like, it's the biggest star in the world.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know, about writing his character, something just naughty came out of it. The naughty side. I was like, oh, I know exactly what to do with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got some memorable lines, to say the least, in this, which I don't think we can repeat.
I don't
of.
think we should.
The one part that I think everyone talks about, like the scene with Earl, about that'd probably be the most Oscar baity moment.
Yeah.
But I really love the bit in the second half of where he's giving his seminar after the interview's kind of thrown him off his whole rhythm.
Yeah.
And he does like the whole thing that I'm assuming isn't part of his regular thing, and he's just like, it's like, and mommy let me play soccer, and daddy hit me, and he just looks off to the darkness of the crowd of these sad, fucked up men who are taking this course for God knows why, and he's just like, and that's why I am what I am, whatever. And it's a great moment of having the audience know something that the rest of the characters don't. Nobody else in that audience of 100 guys know what's going on in this guy's head right now. They were just enjoying their nachos. He's just having an existential crisis.
Yeah.
And like, damn. But I also love it. Was like, it reminds me so much of, obviously the obvious comparison between the Frank T.J. Mackey is like your Andrew Tates in the world, but even more so than that, this guy like Frank Mackey reminds me of those, not like the hyper masculine, but in terms of like almost like gym bros or like CEO, like commerce guys in like Wall Street who are just like, no, I wake up at this time every day, because the first thing he's like, you know, he's saying, no, this is how you get girls, this is how you're going to get laid around. He's like, get yourself a calendar. It's the first thing. Nothing physical, nothing. He's like, no, get a calendar.
I just find his character so interesting.
Yeah, so
it's
weird.
like this whole movie, I guess, is like this commentary on like free will and determinism and like whether
I don't
you can
get that at all.
Really?
No.
Well, I feel like it is.
I
It's
get
like-
nothing on. Yeah, no. My what I got from it is that it's like a story of people, and that people are gonna be like whatever weird quirks, whatever they've turned up later in life. You don't know why that is, and that like then like you see that with Claudia's character, with Frank's character, a bit I guess with Linda. And then like Stanley, you can imagine, like, because then like instead of really showing, I mean, you get a little bit from Donnie Smith about why he's what he is, but then you can almost kind of see a parallel to what Stanley is about why maybe he turned out that way, and that's what I got out of it. Because like I didn't really get I didn't get much. But why do you think it's free will?
I
versus
think it's like,
determinism?
well, you've got the things at the beginning, and it's got like there's this sort of constant reiteration that there's like there are just things that happen and you can't control them, and you've got like the ending as just like this thing that happens. It's something that happens. And then I feel like Frank T.J. Mackey as a character is like trying to offset this by being this like entity of control, I guess. Like he's trying to control his life and forget his past by creating this whole new identity and preaching to these men and like saying that you can control your life. And he's like trying to dictate, even just by like telling them to like whip out their calendars, by this time you're going to be like so much better. It's like he's trying to control everything, I guess, in his life and get other people to try and control their lives. But then you see him completely break down at the end when he's with Earl. He's like panting and crying.
Yeah.
It's like this is something he can't control. And you see him kind of accept that.
I guess I don't really see it as a whole, like all these crazy things happen and whatever. It's like I didn't see that as like determinist things. I thought I mainly took it as just shit happens, and it's not just like it's just like,
and that's like
just
totally
crazy.
valid.
'Cause I thought, especially that whole intro thing, which I forgot was in the movie.
Yeah.
Because I'd seen it the first time a year and a half ago, something like that. And I'd like, forgotten that was in the movie. I was like, wait, why are we talking about the scuba diver in the tree and the three guys who kill a dude whose names are all
Greenberry
like
Hill.
Greenberry Hill. And then amazing. It's my favorite moment in the movie. It's actually, it might be my favorite sequence, is the whole like Mythbusters-esque deep dive analysis chart thing about how the guy gets shot by his mum.
Yeah.
He was an accomplice to his own murder. So that stuff's great.
But the first time I watched it, I saw that. I'm like, oh, okay, this is good.
Yeah, I just took it as like a way to like basically let the audience know I know this entire thing's unrealistic because there's like 500,000 people who live in this area, and apparently on this day all these people are going to be just connected to each other somehow, and you're just going to have to buy it because shit happens. I don't think it is like a free will whatever kind of thing, because like I mean I think the characters have like none of what aside from the whole well actually I don't even want to say what happens at the end. Because there'll be people who haven't watched this movie.
Well, it's been out for
yeah, but it's not like a big
27
movie
years.
we're covering.
I know.
Like, so a lot of people might not even know about this movie.
Yeah, I watched it with Max, and he had no idea about the
No,
ending.
most
And
people
he's
don't.
like, what the fuck? I feel like this is one of the movies that it just doesn't get spoiled.
Because it's not that big of a movie. Like, even in the realm of Paul Thomas Anderson, this isn't his most famous movie. It might be his best. That's an opinion a lot of people have, that it's his best, but it's nowhere near his most
I haven't
famous.
seen all of his movies, so I can't comment on that, I guess. But this is my favorite of what I've seen.
Well, and you've seen, what, One Battle After Another,
Yeah,
this, and...
I've seen There Will Be Blood. I've seen Punch Drunk Love. I love Punch Drunk Love. Have you watched it?
No.
Next week?
I'm fine with that. I mean, normally I'd like turn up my nose at a Sandler movie, but if it's like
He's so
Punch
good.
Drunk Love, then sure.
This is me as like number one Sandler lover, number one Grown Ups lover. But like, he's not. Like, Grown Ups isn't a good movie. I just love it. Punch Drunk Love, so good. We need to get on it.
Bit off topic on Grown Ups. It was a. Did you know that you saw the new Hive Mind game? Like the one where Riley shaved his
You
head.
told me about it. I didn't watch
The
it.
game was like called Pinpoint. We might do this one time as a game where it's just like, we'd have to do it with a third person sending in the questions to compete against each other. But it's like, you know, to the and it's, you know, Riley v. Grade and competing against each other to the nearest percentage. What movie does this have? Or, you know, tomato meter, Rotten Tomatoes, whatever. Or it's like to the nearest million monthly listeners, to the nearest whatever percentage, like just random things like that. Nearest box office totals, whatever. But one of them was, what's the tomato meter on Grown Ups 2? And they both guessed like 40%, 50%. It's 11.
11. Ooh.
And they were both like,
Ooh. No, Grown Ups 2 is not that bad.
Agreed.
It's not good. You got Taylor Lautner backflipping. Who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want that?
No, but why would that be a selling point for a movie when he does it all the time anyway? You can see it for free a billion times online.
But
and you won't have to sit through 2 hours of shit.
We'll get onto that on the Grown Ups 2 episode. Moving back to Magnolia.
They have to jump naked off the cliff.
Yes! It's so good. Well, it's not. It's really bad, but it's like
Grown Ups 3,
it's
isn't
so
that coming out?
I'm really excited. It's going to be so bad, but I'm really excited.
Favorite line in Magnolia?
Favorite line? This is one I just like wrote down. I haven't written down like any lines. I wrote down 2. But at the start when Donnie Smith crashes through the building, the guy just goes, "Quiz kid, Donnie Smith!" That's so funny, and I'd never noticed it before.
Yeah.
Like, that's just like, I had a giggle at that, and then I've got, "Hold it, homeboy. I don't need to hear that word."
Yeah, it was really. I was quite annoyed with, because this movie's not on, like Stan on Netflix, whatever. So I was pirating it.
It's on HBO.
Yeah, but that has ads on it. I don't have the login for that on my computer. It's only on the TV. And with ads on a movie that's 3 hours long, that'd take I respectfully don't have that amount of time. I couldn't even fit this in one sitting. I had to watch it once, like half of it in the morning, half of it at night, because I don't have 3 hours of time. I didn't this week anyway.
Okay.
And yeah, I was annoyed because the first time I watched it, my thing had subtitles, and so I could like understand the rap thing. But this time I didn't, so I was genuinely like Jim. I was just like, I mean, that's cool and all, but I don't get how that helps me solve a
about?
case.
I'm going to tell you about the worm.
So I forgot that, because obviously he saves Linda. Dixon saves Linda.
Yeah.
Then I forgot he
steals the gun.
No, the money.
Oh, yeah, he steals Linda's money.
Yeah, the money. He's sitting in the car counting it while she's in the
I
ambulance.
thought you were going to say the gun.
Oh, those paramedics are the least qualified paramedics of all time. Oh my god, there's dangerous things flying through the air. Let's speed up and drive blind instead of just slowing down to a stop.
Yeah.
Goofy. Also, that's why you never trust one of those key extender things that are attached to your hip. Donnie Smith, come on, bro, you got to know that.
Come on, quiz kid, Donnie Smith.
But also, like that's become almost a trope in movies now. Those key extender things, because in The Killer as well, Michael Fassbender steals a key off a guy in the gym by using his thing and acting like they're dangerous.
Yeah.
Stupid little things. My favorite line, not really as funny as your ones, but is when Donnie's having his crash out in the bar, and he's just like, and no, it is it's not dangerous to confuse children with angels. And then he pretends to be Jimmy Gator, whatever. It's like, what's it? Carbon. What do these things have together? Carbon, because the lead. Yeah. It's like the word carbon would have sufficed there, Donnie. But thank you for the lecture, I guess. Kids these days, what do they know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Donnie, man, I love his storyline. He has so much love to give. He just doesn't know where to put it.
Well, he's also just fucked. He's got a shit ton of debts, and he's cooked now. And now he's got to pay for the medical thing, and he already because medical care is not for, so he's fucked.
Yeah.
So he's probably gonna end up, dead. And Jimmy Gator, the whole did it happen thing or not is like, what is the in-universe explanation for Claudia having a thing up in her room that has it's like a picture or something, but it did happen in text at the bottom. I want to know what the in-universe explanation is.
Well, it looks like it's just a painting that she's done as a way for her to deal with that and what she's been through, and her mum hasn't been there for her either, and she hasn't taken her side about it, and she's just sort of ignored it until now. And so obviously Claudia's had to deal with that on her own, with no one affirming that it has happened. and like even Jimmy doesn't remember it happening.
Yeah.
I love Claudia.
Well, I mean, Jimmy's like diseased and drunk out of his mind.
Yeah.
That's insane. They let him finish the show after he collapsed. Show business. Oh,
The show
shout
must
out.
go on.
So the narrator guy, who's like narrating the whole thing, is
The showrunner.
who is Ricky Jay, who in real life is a very talented magician, like card magician, and is also in a Bond movie as a like tertiary antagonist in the next Pierce Brosnan movie that you haven't seen, that one with Michelle Yeoh and Jonathan Pryce.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah. And in that movie, he had deleted scenes where he had like razor tips cards and he'd throw them at Bond.
What?
Yeah, because he could do actual card things. You know, he's a fucking magician. He's Ricky Jay.
Oh
Ricky
my
Jay
God.
also, who's mentioned in Glass Onion. I think he's passed now, Ricky Jay. But
Also, Glass Onion, Edward Norton dressed as Tom Cruise's character in Magnolia, like in the flashbacks.
yes, yeah, true. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, no, yeah. What the hell? So many connections. Yeah, and then because yeah, Ed Norton. This is talking about like the magic boxes, whatever, that he sends out at the start of Glass Onion.
Yeah.
He's like my Bucks guy nearly didn't even get it done in time, and he apprenticed with Ricky Jay. God, when are we gonna do an A Knives Out movie?
I told you last week I wanted to do them.
No, that's what I said. That's why I asked when. Because
When?
I'm not gonna pick one personally. Like, sorry, but
Oh. Ow.
well, also you're more into them than I am. They're higher in your top 100.
Yeah, I
than
love
am,
Wake
right?
Up Dead Man. That's my 9th favorite movie.
And Knives Out is up there for you as well, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's like 50.
It's like, yeah, 50-ish.
Yeah, around in the mid.
Yeah.
In the mid range. Yeah. What's the best needle drop in this movie?
Well, Save Me, I love. Just because that's, like, in my top few songs.
I also forgot how
But-
late in the movie that comes on. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's like right at the
leads-
end.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
It's not like a proper needle drop, I guess.
no. Well, there's like a minute and a half of things
Yeah.
to it.
I don't know. I love Wise Up. I really
Yeah.
like that moment.
I think the one, like the bit at the beginning with one, is
That's a great
so
opener.
good.
Like, over the credits, the Magnolia, that's so pretty.
Yeah. Maybe even use better in Lego Batman movie.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, lad.
That's a real peak.
Yeah. Okay.
When is Paul Thomas Anderson ever going to make something impactful and as good as the Lego Batman movie? Let me know. I don't think we're going to get there.
Okay. Well, what do you, without spoiling, we're not going to spoil in case you haven't watched Magnolia, even though you should. What do you think of the ending?
I like it.
Okay.
I thought it was like
I like it.
funny. I thought it was... It's like random, and it's also random how panicky everyone gets about it. Like you'd think obviously like, oh, like you would obviously still be questioning, okay, like unless you're, you know, a meteorological nerd and are aware of the phenomenon. But you'd be like, but everyone, like I don't know, like Claudia and I can't remember the mum, whatever, but they're like huddling up. They think a tornado is happening.
Yeah.
Like there is not much difference between that and heavy hail. Like you get like, wow, that's weird frogs. Oh my god, there's a lot of frogs. I guess it's raining frogs, but they're just screaming and they're like as opposed to Jim the goat, who's
Oh my god.
who just pulls under the roof of the gas station,
Yeah.
goes out, helps the guy, pulls him under, and then they just sit there and wait. And the real horror isn't the raining frogs. It's as shown by Donnie at the end, when you then have to drive over the frog corpses and you hear all the squishing, and that's the horror. But
really
also,
like the
was
ending.
the frog carrying the gun? Because the whole thing about the thing is like, you know, it's the low lying like weather, whatever, that goes through a rainforest area or goes through a marshland and picks up the frogs. That's a meteorological thing. So how did his gun end up?
Well, there's a lot of... Okay. Well, throughout the whole movie, there's a lot of just, like, allusions to Exodus. It's a Bible reference. And it wasn't originally written as that. Like, PTA just came up with the ending on his own, but then someone told him it happens in the Bible.
So it's not
He's
a
like,
Bible reference.
yeah, it is. There's, like...
No, but it
'cause
wasn't for PTA who made the movie.
No, but he wrote in references to Exodus and, like, put the numbers where it says, like, and it shall rain frogs, whatever, blah, 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 blah. It's, like, 8-2. And there's lots of 8s and 2s in the movie, if you look. And it says...
So it's not a reference to Hard 8.
It's not. It says Exodus in the... Max noticed it when, like, in the audience of the quiz show. Like, someone's holding up a sign. It's in there.
Okay.
Okay, anyway.
But how does that relate to like the gun?
The
frog
gun.
Who's got a gun?
Well, if you think it's like the kid that, what's his name? Dixon. He steals the gun when Jim loses it. He steals the gun. He's meant to be this sort of prophet thing that raps to him at the start. He steals the gun and then it just sort of winds up there.
Was Dixon on top of the gas station and then threw the gun down?
No. But it's like, it's just something that happens.
Why don't we find out who killed the white guy at the beginning? It's obviously the black
It was like
guy.
a deleted thing that was written in, but then it got taken out.
That Marcy, whatever her name
and
is.
it's meant to be
so...
Dixon's father.
What? Does Dixon know that that's his dad?
Yeah.
Why does he not just say that's my dad?
Because you got to listen in the rap.
Yeah, but that's just being obtuse for no reason. Like, why would... I don't know. Dixon seems like a smart kid.
Mm. Anyway.
Marcy's an idiot. He must have died recently because that's like his body. It's like the sound when he's in the apartment or the house, and like he hears something in the closet, but he's dead. So is it just like the body like sliding down or something?
I guess. I don't know.
He just opens the closet. What the fuck is this, Marcy? That might be one of the best deliveries as well.
I think John C. Reilly is so good in this. Yeah. His delivery on like everything.
So annoying that he just does Will Ferrell slop now. Like, yeah, he's legitimately great in this. Those are my favorite interactions, is Jim and Claudia.
Yeah.
By far.
That's my favorite.
It's so cute, whatever. The way they organize a date.
They're so cute. Okay, anyway. Shall we move on? What do you rate Magnolia?
Oh, it's a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
8 out of 10. I agree with Paul Thomas Anderson. His quote, like, if he was to remake the movie again, chill the fuck out and cut 20 minutes. Direct quote. It was just at the time, that was like 10 years after. At the time in 1999, he said, "Oh, it's the best movie I'll ever make, for better or for worse." 10 years later, after making, like, I don't know, he hadn't made Phantom Thread by then, but like There Will Be Blood. And had he made The Master? I don't know, but yeah, he's like, yeah, I'll just chill the fuck out because there's no reason to make it that long, bro. Like, oh, actually, I have to say, the Linda Pharmacy scene that's all timer as well, because like, damn, those guys are dicks.
Yeah.
Like, even if subconsciously you're thinking, well, that's a lot of medication, this person's going through something, that's more reason to not say anything. Exactly. And the whole time you're just like, wow, these are heavy drugs, huh? Don't you call me lady. Shame on you.
I love her. Well, that Magnolia is a 4.5 for me.
4.5.
Yeah.
Please go watch it if you haven't seen it.
Please.
Amazing, amazing film. Yeah, that... Do you think Kendrick Lamar was inspired by Dixon?
I think he might have been.
Who's better, Kendrick Lamar or Dixon?
Dixon's a pretty good kid in a mad city. Was that good? Was that funny? Was that a good?
I'm sitting on the sound desk, so I can just mute you if I want. What do I put? We'll start with Good Kid, Mad City. Yeah.
Which song are we going?
This is going to be a little bit of Mad City by Kendrick Lamar featuring MC8. I don't know how to pronounce that last bit. EIHT.
You're meant to be the professional here.
I don't want to be cultural appropriating. This is MC8 and Kendrick Lamar's Mad City.
Mm-hmm.
Where you from, nigga? Fuck who you know. Where you from, my nigga? Where your grandma stay, my nigga? This Mad City I run, my nigga. Brace yourself, I take you on a trip down memory lane. This is not a rapper, I'm slinging crack or moon cocaine. This is cul-de-sac and plenty cognac and major pain. Not the drill sergeant, but the stress that weighing on your brain. It was me, El Boogie, Yang Yang, YG Lucky. Ride down Rosecrans, it got ugly. Waving your hand out the window, check yourself. Warriors and Conans, hope euphoria can slow dance with society. The driver seat, the first one to get killed. Seen a light-skinned nigga with his brains blown out. At the same burger stand then we're saying out. Now this is not a tape recorder saying that he did it, but ever since that day I was looking at him different. That was back when I was 9. Joey packed a 9, pack a stand on every porch is fine. We adapt to crime, pack a van with 4 guns at a time with the sliding door. Fuck it's up, fuck you shooting for. If you ain't walking up, you fucking punk. Picking up the fucking pump, picking off you sucker, dick or die, a sucker punch. A wall of bullets coming from AKs, ARs, AR, duck. That's what mama said when we was eating that free lunch. Oh man, goddamn, all hell broke loose. You killed my cousin back in 94. Fuck your truce. Now crawl your head in that noose. You wind up dead on the news. Ain't no peace treaty, just peace and BG's up to pre-approved. Bodies on top of bodies, Ivies on top of Ivies. Obviously the coroner between the sheets like the Osleys. When you hop on that trolley, make sure your color's correct. Make sure you're corporate or they'll be calling your mother Colette. They say the governor collect all of our taxes except when we in traffic and tragic happens. That shit ain't no threat. You moving backwards if you suggest that you sleep with a tech. Go buy your chopper and have a doctor on speed dial, I guess. Mass City. Bend down.
Yeah, so pretty aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that song in particular, if people didn't know, this is a concept album.
Yeah.
About, well, I don't want to say autobiographical, but pretty much semi-autobiographical. And some of the best parts, as opposed to a lot of rap albums that have the whole skits things in the middle, where there's a lot of talking parts, this is one of the best albums for it. Some of the stuff with the drunk dad over the phone.
Yeah.
He's like, where my dominoes at? Somebody give me no dominoes. He's high weed. He's got the munchies. And the mum being like, Kendrick, get your back, get back out here. You better not be fucking with that weird ass bitch Shireen. Like, oh yeah, the story told in this album is this album works really well with To Pimp a Butterfly. I think.
Yeah.
Like, there is few artists in music who you could clearly see just through song content somebody evolving their philosophy on almost on themselves and like the culture that's created them. Like every album is clear on that. Yeah, I don't know. You've listened to this once before?
I've listened to this once before. None, like, I liked it, but not enough to like listen to it like any of the songs regularly, really. Just like not my sort of thing. I think it's a really great album though, as an album.
Yeah.
Just like the one that I didn't remember at all.
Yeah.
That I really, really love now, Compton.
Compton at the end.
I really love Compton.
Yeah, I know. For me, and I think from what I've seen online, most people like Compton and Real at the end, people don't really care about.
I don't like Real.
Yeah.
But I really love Compton.
There's a Compton remix that's got obviously still Dre on it, but also has got Jay-Z, which is an interesting listen. But yeah, for like, I don't know, I like to think the album kind of ends with "Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst." Like,
I think that would be a
that
good
should have
place
been
to
the
end
closer.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, this album just rocks, man. There's like, because it's so eerie. The opening track, Shireen.
I've never listened to an album like any of Kendrick's, really.
Yeah.
Like, they're so unique and they're so cool, and it's just like, what the actual heck? It's like backseat freestyle. And like, no songs sound like these.
I mean, this
cool.
album made waves because it's not it's his debut studio album, because he independently released another one, Studio 80, which has some good tracks on it, but it's not anywhere on the level of his other stuff. And yeah, I mean, when it came out, it had Taylor Swift doing a Musical.ly video to Backseat Freestyle. Yeah, there is footage online, popular footage that Taylor Swift released herself of her sitting in a car, recording herself with a phone, miming the words and doing like hand actions, including gun movements to the lyrics. So I could fuck the world for 72 hours and my dick is as big as the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, which obviously
Do you think she took inspiration for that in writing Father Figure?
Don't know, but I think she did when she was talking about like the kind of violent stuff in Bad Blood, which Kendrick Lamar then featured on the remix for, which is just like...
I learnt that rap when I was like in YouTube.
God.
When it came out, I was like,
I
can't take it back. Look where I'm at.
There would be a sizable percentage of a population who would only know that as a Kendrick Lamar
That was
song,
literally
and that's like, oh, he's a Taylor Swift collaborator.
I knew him from that, and I knew him from the girl singing "Humble" in her car. Have you seen that? Be humble, sit down.
What?
My left stroke just went
no.
viral. Look that up.
Yeah, look
I
that up
saw
in your
that
own
like
time.
when I was like in year 6 or something, and I thought that was the
Really?
funniest thing. And that's like
That might be the funny. That's fucking crazy. Yes, so this got like 7
It was, like,
Grammy
big
Award
on
nominations,
Musically.
including Album of the Year, but controversially lost to Macklemore and Ryan Lewis for
What?
Best Rap Album. This album lost.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Which then there was a whole awkward thing about Macklemore sent like apology text to Kendrick Lamar and then screenshotted those and posted them on Twitter like, guys, I know this was fucked up, whatever. It's like, bro, you shouldn't have just said anything. You should have been like, yeah, this sucks, but like moved on. And he was like, I mean, we like Mac Miller because he's like a LGBTQIA plus ally and like a anti-ICE activist and whatever. So we like him for that. But that was some kind of cringe stuff. It's just like, yeah, bro, you don't need it. Like, I don't know. Like he went over the line of being like apologetic for like, yeah, it's kind of fucked up that I got this, to then being like a kind of like white savior-esque narrative.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, bro, just chill. Like, it's not that deep. Yeah, Rolling Stone named this the greatest concept album of all time.
Wow.
Yeah. And like, I kind of see it, bro. It's like, I mean, the first 10 tracks on this, like you go Shireen, which is as like creepy vibes, and then an absolute bitch don't kill my vibe. That is such like an upbeat song.
Yeah.
Backseat Freestyle, which is just chaos.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that would be really like in listening parties. I've seen clips of like listening parties for this album, and just people going like mental for that song. And also for Mad City in particular, like when the beat drops, like in the bit I played. The only song that has aged slightly poorly, and it's not because anything's wrong with the song, it's just poetic justice with Drake.
I saw that. I didn't like. I am not deep with the Drake Kendrick beef.
Yeah.
I just know that it happened, and I know like Not Like Us and whatnot.
I'll talk about that a bit more with GNX.
Yeah.
But and it's such a shame because the sample on that song, like it's like the production for all of these songs, it goes without saying, is unbelievable.
Really,
and it's
really good.
It's probably, in my opinion, like most of Kendrick's production on pretty much all his albums, pretty much second to only like the production I see on Kanye stuff. Like outside of that, in terms of any music production value on this stuff is mental. It just becomes a thing of, do you like rap lyrics or not, which is like a personal opinion thing. But I think anybody can appreciate like some of the jazz sampling and stuff, especially when we get to Pimp a Butterfly. Some of the jazz on that, and that's not even samples. That's just like bringing in a bunch of jazz musicians and playing original stuff and then rapping over it.
I also just think his vocal delivery is so interesting.
So
he does so many
unique.
voices.
Yeah.
And
You
it's like he sings so nasally at some points. And I really hate nasal voices. Like, I really hate it. But he does it so well.
There's some great like
it's like
characters within songs.
Yeah.
And he's being somebody else talking to him, and he'll just like fuck around with their voice.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
So impressive.
Good Kid into Mad City. I don't know why, because obviously Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst is like two different songs. You got Sing About Me and I've got I'm Dying of Thirst. I don't really know why he didn't have Good Kid and Mad City as one song either, because they flow into each other and they're clearly meant to be like a duet. And I don't know, if you already showed that you wanted to do that on an album with another one. I don't know why he didn't do that, but and then Swimming Pools is an unbelievably good like party song. I
don't really like it that much.
You don't like
That's
Swimming
like
Pools?
one of my.
Is that and
like,
Why is like your bottom of the album?
Yeah, it's like one of my
Sorry,
bottoms.
that and Real. Sorry.
That and Real. I didn't really like The Art of Peer Pressure that much, or like I don't remember it really.
Well, that's the one where it's like
just,
they're about
to
do the hit, right? Because after that, it's Money Trees when they have they've robbed the guy and killed him. But The Art of Peer Pressure. It's like the bit like it's like again really low key, kind of similar to Shireen. And like it's the one. It's like and then we took a left and a right and another right. Okay. One dark night with the homies.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
Yeah.
It's just forgettable.
Yeah.
On the album.
It's
like there are so many bangers. And
musically,
so many...
that and Shireen are less musically interesting, but I think in terms of like vibe building. They're like the strongest for that. What would be your favorite on the album?
My
then?
favorite, Compton.
Yeah, really? That's actually a crazy
I really
take.
like it. Like that's in my monthly playlist.
Yeah.
Like I've just been jamming to that one.
That's cool. That's, you know what? I'm happy about that. Shout out Just Blaze getting some credit for that. He was the main producer for that. Just Blaze, who came out with Kanye back prior college dropout days. They were both being signed at the same time. So some cool connection there. And I always get a kick out of that when, because Kendrick, I think in this album says his name at some point when he's just like, because they do that in rap a lot, whatever, they're like shout out whoever's making the beat. I just get a kick out of that because of Just Blaze. Like the name gets mentioned like 3 different times in the what do you call it? The epilogue part of Last Call at the end of College Dropout. Just a little dopamine hit. Like, ooh. I remember that. Yeah, I mean, my favorite. It's probably Money Trees. That was the first I knew from this album. Like I just heard that song.
I love Money Trees.
Well, I mean, and then there's, I mean, in terms of, I, it's like the normie opinion, but I still think that Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst is easily, in terms of like objectively, I think it's the best song on this album.
Yeah.
And it's hard to go past it. We'll talk about other famous, like top tier Kendrick songs, but it's up there for maybe his objective best ever. Because that's also like really good storytelling.
Yeah.
Like,
And the gunshot.
yeah, that's when if you have a first time listening to Sing About that shit, like you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah. Then only 3 years later, he came back with Davy's studio album was off the charts. Sophomore album probably not going to be as good. And then he dropped. I think it's still the highest album on Album of the Year, like of all albums ever made. It's like number 1 all time, I think, on that.
Good.
It's pretty mental. There's like it's a 16-song album, and I could probably pick 12 of these to play right now. But I feel like for the culture and for the sheer jazz of it, I have to pick Wesley's Theory.
Yeah.
So here is a little bit of Wesley's Theory by Kendrick Lamar featuring George Clinton and Thundercat.
Is a star. Every nigga is a star. Who will deny that you and I and every nigga is a star? Hit me!
When the 4 corners of this cocoon collide, you'll slip through the cracks, hoping that you'll survive. Gather your weight, take a deep look inside. Are you really who they idolize? To pimp a butterfly.
At first I did love you, but I just wanna fuck. Late nights thinking of you, until I got my nut. Toss and turn, lesson learned. You was my first girlfriend. Bridges burned all across the board. Destroyed. But what for? When I get signed, homie, I'm acting fool. Hit the dance floor, strobe lights in a row.
Banger!
Holy banger. Oh my god. Yeah. That. Wow.
What an album.
Wow. Yeah, what an album. That's pretty much like, it's just insane jazz beats and jazz instrumentals with some pretty nuts rapping on top of it.
Yeah.
The lyricism on this album is just
so good.
And thematically, it's such an interesting continuation of the themes of Good Kid, Mad City. Because, like, at first glance, you take Good Kid, Mad City to be an entirely cautionary tale of, the gang life of Compton.
Yeah.
And the poem he reads at the end, and I don't know the legitimacy of if it's actually was written by one of his friends who passed away, whatever, and that he's reading in a fictional kind of set-up interview with Tupac, where they've taken clips from a Tupac into and acted like they're talking to each other. But the themes. I mean, I love how every song like gives you an extra little bit at the end
of the
poem.
I remember you was conflicted.
But strangely enough, for such an album that's so like meaningful and like there's so much to unpack musically and thematically and all that, and there's still so many memes about something like the from you like please blame on you like I don't know like that is such a funny like vocal thing. Like in the context of the album isn't funny at all, where he's like falling and screaming in like pain, but the out of context when you just hear fades away.
Yeah.
Like I have to imagine they would have seen the humor of it editing that like in the production booth where they put the sliders down to make it like it's echoing away. Yeah.
I really love this album. I listened to this like a while ago. And I really liked it. A lot of these songs I really love. I listened to this like 2, maybe 3 years ago for the first time. Really loved it. Banger. I's my favorite. Yeah.
Again, another great thing where it's like a song and then it gets interrupted by somebody like off stage, like people are fighting, whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes into the whole rap about the origin of the N word, which is from a Negus, which was, did you say it was a meaning, like it was like an African word meaning king, royalty or something. And that's like, yeah. And then he goes into whole rap about that.
Yeah. You just get so many different styles of music on this album.
Yeah.
Like it's just this big like mixture of everything. Like it's like you've got funk and you've got soul and you've got jazz and like spoken word and like sort of this existentialist sort of like hip hop thing. It's like so cool.
And like
The combination of everything on this album.
yeah, and you'd think, oh, it's got all that musically, and then again, like lyrically and thematically, the whole idea of the media or the world loves to praise the butterfly. So the rap artist, the accomplished guys come out of it. Everyone's like, wow, look how good you got out of the hustle, whatever. But you can't have that without the ugly caterpillar, the drugs, and everybody hates that side. They hate, but that's what they all are a product of that. I mean, to use as Tupac calls it, being a natural born hustler, which starts with kind of grindy shit, so you can come out looking all clean and fresh with a nice media image, and that Kendrick has since changed his ideas upon like Katrina as a cautionary tale, like obviously not like condoning gang violence, but don't look down on these people because they're just trying to do the best that they can at the time. It's just damn, and then all while being banger. And then in terms of storytelling, I feel like rivaling, if not bettering, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, How Much a Dollar Cost is like that. That's my favorite on the album by a mile. Like the build up to that.
That's my second favorite, I think.
To the end where the homeless man has been asking for $1 the whole time, and it's actually very much like the Odyssey, where the whole thing is like this is treat any beggar or whatever. Like there might be a god in disguise, and because the homeless guy's like, I am the Lord, whatever. How much does $1 cost? Your price in heaven. Oh, damn. Yeah, that song is... I mean, most people surely would have heard the song. I mean, this album is like, as I said, I think like endless publications listed as the best album of the last decade, and for good reason. But apparently, according to the Grammys, not as good or impactful an album as 1989 by Taylor Swift. Oh my god. That's racism. That is racism definitively. Yeah. That's racism. That is white mediocrity being placed above black excellence. Like that is just straight racism.
And like 1989 is a good album and it's a good like Taylor Swift album. Yeah. But compared to this, it's nothing.
It's interesting because it's like you're like obviously 1989 by Taylor Swift also isn't saying anything. And you're like, oh, it's not meant to. It's just a pop album. It doesn't say anything. So obviously...
Maybe we're the new romantics.
To Pimp a Butterfly has that over it. But then To Pimp a Butterfly, musically and enjoyment-wise, it's also just better to listen to. It is way more interesting.
It's like, Taylor Swift, 1989 is so easy to just like listen and jam to.
Yeah.
And it's like... has a lot of replay value, I guess.
So does this.
This does
because you'd find something
more
different every song. Like,
I think that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like 1989 is just like easy to listen to.
It's just a good pop album.
Yeah, it's just a good pop album. It's like good, but this is like so interesting. And every time I've listened to this, something different has just like captivated me.
The equivalent would have been if somehow, and thank God we don't live in this universe, but in a universe where the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill lost to like a Britney Spears album.
Yeah.
That's like the equivalent of what we're talking about here. And
Yeah.
this happened. And it's mental.
Yeah.
Thankfully, though, he got his flowers with his next album, Damn.
Yeah.
Which probably has his most commercially popular song other than Not Like Us.
Sit down.
We won't be playing any
My
of that.
last stroke just went viral.
Instead, let's have a little listen to
That's what she does in the car video.
Fear by Kendrick Lamar.
I don't think I can find a way to make it on this earth.
What's up, family? Yeah, this your cousin Carl, man. Just giving you a call, man. I know you've been having a lot on your mind lately. I know you feel like, people ain't been praying for you. But you have to understand this, man, that we are a cursed people. Deuteronomy 28 and 28 says, the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. See, family, that's why you feel like you got a chip on your shoulder. Until you
Why God, do I gotta suffer? Pain in my heart, carry burdens full of struggle. Why God, do I gotta bleed? Every stone thrown at you, resting at my feet. Why God, do I gotta suffer? Earth is no more, won't you burn this motherfucker?
Okay.
That
This
is
album for me, not
nowhere near,
nowhere near as good
two.
as the other two. This is like the one I listened to the least
Yeah.
of the four. I feel like it's still interesting and it's still like weird. Like it's a weird album.
Yeah.
Like again, I've never really heard anything like this.
It's far more
But it's-
thematically incongruent than the last
Yeah.
two. It's like, it's a weird mesh of things together. And that's what's interesting about it, is that like, because this won a Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah.
And I think it's only him and Bob Dylan who've won. No, I think it's only him. He's the first guy to ever win a Pulitzer Prize for music that wasn't in the like classical genre or something like that. Like,
Jazz.
yeah. And it's weird that he got that for this one, not to Pimp a Butterfly. But I mean, credit's due. It's still like a great album. But yeah, I agree. It's far. I mean, with
I
the
think it's got really
exception of-
good storytelling as well. I think he does
Yeah,
that really well.
with DNA. Like, there's some highlights on here. DNA.
yeah.
Pride and Fear get talked about the most, and then there's the big smash hit Humble. I also find Lust like kind of.
I
fun
think
to
Lust
listen
is
to.
cool.
Yeah. You
Like, it's
too on this
different.
album.
I know. I think that's, aside from DNA, I reckon that one's my favorite.
And that's the sign of somebody reaching rap stardom, is when you have a random ass white pop singer on here. Obviously, Kanye, big fan of that. Adam Levine and Chris Martin.
Yeah.
And yeah, Kendrick pulling into that bag now. I also love Loyalty. Like
Yeah.
yeah, and then DNA. I mean, the opening of
DNA is
DNA.
my favorite.
That one, yeah, that's hype. There is some
Yeah.
hype.
I
bangers here.
liked the backwards vocals in Fear and Duckworth. I was like, this is Twin Peaks. This is like Twin Peaks. So I got very excited about that. I just thought that was very cool.
You wouldn't put him past that. You wouldn't put that past him. He might be like a Twin Peaks fan. Like maybe there would have been if he'd lived longer, a David Lynch directed Kendrick Lamar music video. You can never
A girl
rule these
can
things
dream.
out. Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting that there was a bit of a drop off, and then it's also, this is the shortest gap between albums.
Yeah.
I think. Maybe it's close between Mr. Morale and GNX, but I think it's the
Yeah, there's
shortest
only
gap.
2 years.
But I think
Morale
like
was
time wise,
2022, I
like
think.
this is I think it's technically less than 2 years between this and To Pimp a Butterfly,
Okay.
because it's April. Oh, it was 2 years and a month, and I think the gap between Mr.
Mm.
Morale and GNX was bigger. It was like 2 years and 5 months.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to say it shows, but like, I don't know. I feel
I
like
just
there's less
think it's
to talk
not.
about.
Yeah.
But still a good album.
It's a good
I'd give it
album.
like a 7.5 out of 10. Like,
I give it like 6.5 for me.
yeah. But yeah, it's just not there. And then GNX. So coming off the feud with Drake, Not Like Us and all that, which was a pretty he didn't just win by knocking him out, he killed him. Like, because everyone was like, oh, like Kendrick was coming out firing on his feature with Like That, and then Drake released, was it you? No, he released the one that was like actually decent.
I know that
Can't
there was the
remember.
Heart Part 6.
Oh, that was the really bad one.
Oh,
That was the
okay.
really bad one because it was like Drake released a good one after the Like That verse, and then Kendrick responded within like 20. Like he had them in the chamber. Like he responded
Yeah.
with he responded with
Euphoric.
no Meet the Grahams,
Oh!
which was just
Dur-
like yeah, it was just like oh my
Crazy
god,
song.
Yeah, it's like I'm sorry, your father is such a was like that fucked up. And then the day after that, he dropped Not Like Us.
Oh my god.
It was just like, holy shit, like you already killed him, and then you went again. And then that's when the Heart Part 6 came, which is like, not,
Yeah,
like,
okay.
please stop. Like,
Yeah,
that was,
yeah.
And that was when he said, like, this Epstein angle was the shit I expected. It's like, why do you expect people to call you a pedophile? Like, is that, like...
Oh. Okay.
And then, yeah, so Kendrick was basically, like, the king of rap for a while, and that song went absolutely mega
Yeah.
crazy, Not Like Us. And then at the end, then he got announced at the Super Bowl halftime show, and then he dropped this album, which is, this is like... Todd Lives in the Shadows is a music YouTube channel, and he put it best, I think, when he said this is like his Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen. It went from I'm already one of, if not the best, like in terms of musically, like impactful musician ever. What if I was also the biggest?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, the songs on this album are mental, and we're gonna play the one that was designed to be sung at the Super Bowl halftime show. Here's a little bit of TV Off featuring Lefty Gunplay.
Next, a young nigga, get your chili up. Yeah, I meant that. A blackout if they act out. Yeah, I did that. Hey, what's up, though? I hate a bitch that's hating on a bitch, and they both hoes. I hate a nigga hating on them niggas, and they both broke. If you ain't coming for no chili, what you come for? Nigga feel like he entitled, cause he knew me since a kid. Bitch, I cut my granny off and she don't see it how I see it. Got a big mouth, but he lack big ideas. Send him to the moon, that's just how I feel, yelling. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough.
We're not playing Mustard right now.
Mustard!
But I wanted to play that bit because that just shows how crazy Kendrick is. And there's some crazy lines as well in Not Like Us where he's like, beat your ass and hide the Bible is God watching. But in this one, I'll cut my granny off if she don't see it how I see it. Like, I don't give a fuck like how close you are to me, whatever. I will scorched earth. And there's some like pop bangers here. I mean, there's like, obviously people look to Luther.
I didn't like
TV
Luther.
Off. You don't like Luther?
I don't like Luther. I feel like it's just like I've heard it on TikTok in the background of things too much, and it's just like, ugh. I find it boring.
Have you heard All the Stars, their song for the Black Panther soundtrack?
No.
Listen to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just like, I don't mind
Did
SZA.
you like Gloria with SZA?
Yeah, I liked Gloria.
Okay, yeah. Peekaboos.
I love Peekaboo. I love Reincarnated.
I like Hey Now, Say Now. That one's like devious.
I just
and
like
the whacked up murals.
Yes.
Is like scary.
That's
like,
crazy.
This guy is on something.
I think this album's the easiest to listen to. Of all of
because
them.
it's as I say, it was meant to be like a pop. Like I mean, there's still some great lyricism and some things, whatever. But in terms of just pop music, like this is the one for the radio.
Yeah.
Like, and for as you said, for like TikTok things.
Yeah.
And the delivery on Squabble Up of like
Squabble
get the
up.
fuck out my face.
It's so groovy.
He's just he's having fun with it. It's the first
Very.
album. It's the first album I think where like they're like they would be drinking.
Wasn't
and
it
having
produced
fun
by
with
Jack Antonoff?
I don't know.
Am I wrong?
Well,
I feel like I've
famously
heard
TV
that.
Off is DJ Mustard, famously.
Yeah.
But
like,
I don't think
I think he did a lot of the
so.
songs on this. I feel like I heard that.
I don't
Maybe I'm
know
wrong.
that.
Can we get a
Maybe
fact
you're right.
check?
Yeah, it was Soundwave and Jack Antonoff.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll see. I can
See,
look
I
at-
know
can
my
look
Jack
at- I can look
Antonoff.
in the credits in terms of which ones he helped with.
But yeah,
Yeah, Jack Antonoff.
great album. Not like if I were to rank it, To Pimp a Butterfly 1,
Yeah,
Good Kid, Mad City 2, GNX 3, Damn 4.
yeah. I'd do the same, and with a decent. Not actually, yeah. With like I'd probably like 9.5, 10ish for Timber Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City, and then like an 8, 8.5 for GNX, and then I said like 7, 7.5 for Dan.
Okay.
Like that's like with like the top two are close, and there's a bit of a gap between the next two.
Yeah.
I'm like Magnolia. Please listen to Magnolia. I don't really.
Please watch Magnolia.
But listen to the soundtrack. Shout out Amy Mann.
Yeah.
And I don't think I have to tell anybody to listen to Kendrick Lamar. It's
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar.
Please. If you listen to any of them, listen to Pimple Butterfly.
Yeah. Okay.
That one's
if you
like-
somehow haven't seen it.
If
like,
you somehow
wherever
haven't
been.
listened to it,
If you get out of that rock you've
just
been
do
under.
it.
Other than that,
Okay.
we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Might be June 2. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. There will be a post out next week, so we will finalize that. But do you have any idea for music next week?
No, but you will have to keep a close eye on the Instagram because
Yeah.
it will be up next week.
Get up on the Instagram. And also, hang on. Aside from this, your letterbox has not been updated in ages.
Yeah, it has. I haven't done Magnolia, but I've done everything else.
I saw Max had said on movies that he'd seen with Amelia Rose, and you hadn't done them up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was like 3 or 4. I was like,
What?
He said I've seen them, and then
Okay.
he didn't.
Anyway, that's for another time.
Yeah, that's neither
We
here or
will chat to you next week.
there.
We've been the Matinee Soundtrack.
Enjoy your weekend.
Enjoy your weekend.